Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For past 6 months, I have been printing some miniatures and I would like to share some settings that will make your FDM print look like resin printed. I have tested these settings myself and I can say the difference in quality is honestly impressive. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So the first setting that I wanted to test is the layer height. Everyone knows the rule, the smaller the layer height, the better the print quality. But how much better is it? And does it actually worth the extra time? To compare the setting, I printed the same Buddha model at different layer heights. Let's compare the two extremes first, the 0.08 mm and 0.2 mm. Straight away you can look the difference. The 0.08 mm has sharper detail and smoother curves, especially on the face and hands. But it almost took 3 hours to complete print as compared to 55 minutes on 0.2 mm. What if you want something in between? That's where 0.12 mm comes in. It took almost 1 hour 47 minutes and gives the fine balance between print quality and the time. But the biggest surprise was adaptive layer height. Instead of using one layer height for the entire model, it automatically uses the finer layers only where they are needed. The result looked surprisingly close to the 0.08 mm print while finishing in almost the same time as 0.2 mm. If you only change one settings after watching this video, make it adaptive layer height.
The next thing I tested was the outer wall speed. You will hear this recommendation all over YouTube. Slow down your outer walls to improve print quality. So I reduced the outer wall speed by 50% and printed the same model again. Honestly, I couldn't see any noticeable difference. The print quality looked almost identical, but the print time increased from 55 minutes to 1 hour 47 minutes. On my A1 Mini using PLA, slowing down the outer wall speed just wasn't worth the extra time. Next, I tested ironing. Ironing is a feature that makes one final pass over the top flat surface of your print, using a very small amount of filament to smooth them out. It doesn't work on curved surfaces or the sides of your model, only on the top horizontal layers. I tested multiple ironing speeds and flow rates, and honestly, most of them made the surfaces worse. Some left blobs, other created rough patches, and few looked worse than not using ironing at all. After all the testing, I found one combination that consistently worked: 60 mm per second ironing speed with 21% ironing flow. Here's the comparison. Without ironing, you can clearly see the nozzle lines. With these settings, the top surface is much smoother while keeping the sharp details. If you're printing flat surfaces like bases, boxes, or display stand on A1 Mini, these are the only ironing settings I would recommend. Let's talk about tree supports. This was actually the only settings that caused one of my prints to fail. Halfway through the print, the support structure collapsed and ruined the model. After a lot of testing, I found 4 simple changes that completely fixed the problem. Increase the support brim width to 5 to 8 mm, increase the trunk wall loops to 2 or 3, increase the support interference layers to 2 or 3, and set the top Z distance to 0.2 mm. These 4 changes made the support much stronger, easier to remove, and stopped them from damaging the model. So after all these tests, here's what I would recommend. Best detail 0.08 mm layer height, best balance between quality and speed, adaptive layer height, best ironing settings 60 mm per second, and flow rate of 21%. Outer wall speed, I wouldn't bother slowing it down. Tree supports, use these 4 changes if you're printing miniatures or figures. I went through a lot of filaments figuring all this out, so hopefully this video saves you both time and material. If you found it helpful, consider subscribing. In the next video, I will show you exactly how I paint and finish my 3D prints to get result like the Goku you saw at the beginning. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.